Hello there, this is our second lesson in grammar for week 7. It's about complex sentences. So we previously learned about simple sentence, which has one independent clause, compound sentence, which has two independent clauses. Now we're going to learn about complex sentences. What do they consist of? A complex sentence should have one independent clause which has a full meaning, can stand alone, it doesn't need other words, and one or more dependent clauses. Dependent clauses are clauses that cannot stand alone, they need another or other words. So for example, we have this sentence: I was 4 years old when my brother was born. So is this a complex sentence? First, let's try to figure out. Here we have I was 4 years old. So this makes a complete meaning, a complete thought, a complete idea. So this is the independent clause. So here we found the independent clause. And we said that a complex sentence must have one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses. So when my brother was born is the independent clause. So here we have one dependent clause. And we said that dependent clauses usually begin with subordinating conjunction. So here we have when, it's the subordinating conjunction. In this sentence, we didn't add any comma. We have this is the first way in punctuating a complex sentence. We have another way in punctuating a complex sentence. In the first example, we started with the independent clause and then with the dependent clause. Let's try to switch them the other way. Let's start with the dependent clause and then the independent clause. Let's start with the dependent. It begins with the subordinating conjunction, which is when. So we should capitalize the W. When my brother was born, now we should write the independent clause. I was 4 years old. Okay, but here there's something missing in here. When my brother was born, we should add a comma. So whenever we start with the dependent clause and then we write the independent clause, we should separate them with a comma. But when we start with the independent and then write the dependent, no need for the comma to be added. So these are the two ways in punctuating a complex sentence. Now let's learn more about the subordinating conjunctions. So the subordinating conjunctions could be a relative pronoun or relative adverbs. For example, examples of relative pronouns, which are who, whose, whom, which, and that. They refer to a person, a place, a thing. Whereas relative adverbs include where, when, and why. Where is a place. When refers to time, and why refers to reason. Thank you.